getting ready for our month-long RV trip. I am a coffee snob. I owned a coffee shop for 8 years and was in the coffee industry for over 13 years. And I needed a way to make espresso or make some kind of real good coffee on the go. Bought the OutIn Nano espresso machine. This is a portable espresso machine and I'm fiddling with it right now, but I'm trying to make my first shots. And let's pour some shots of espresso in this today and see if this guy is going to come in handy on the trip. Now let's talk about it a little bit. It's USB-C cable charging, so that's nice. I always like when my products are USB-C because that seems to be the best way to charge these days. And it heats the water itself, so you don't have to heat the water. It holds a charge, supposed to give you 3 or 4 cups. We'll see what that means, if it's 3 or 4 shots of espresso that it's giving you. When you get it, it comes with the pod unit already inside of it. I took the pod unit out because I'm not using pods. I actually have a hand crank grinder, so I'll be grinding my own espresso. And then this is your portafilter pod, and it has a very fine mesh. It reminds me a lot more of like a standard real portafilter than some of the other little like pump machines that they have. I have a different hand pump machine and it doesn't have like a legit portafilter. It doesn't have metal mesh in it. It has plastic. Previously I had the Waco pump handheld machine, which would have been fine for my trip, except you have to heat up your water in a tea kettle, and I was really looking to not have to use a tea kettle, which is why I went for something like this. Being able to have the water heated inside of it makes all the difference in the world. It's just one less thing you have to keep with you. And if you're just making coffee for 1 or 2 people, this should be enough. And we're gonna be in an RV, so I can plug it back in and charge it if I need to. So for my needs, this is definitely seems like it's going to be enough. I'm gonna go ahead and start my first coffee. Haven't read the instructions yet. I'm gonna read those. I'm not gonna read them to you. We're gonna brew the first coffee. I'll show you guys, and then I'll tell you how you go about doing it. All right, let's go. Using a very light coffee. I love a light espresso. Good time. All right, we're almost to the extraction, and I actually moved it. I'm gonna just shoot it straight into my espresso cup. You can leave it on this and let it extract directly into this, then pour it into whatever cup you want. But I like to preserve my crema by pouring directly into the cup I'm going to drink out of. So I'm risking it, I'm gonna do it, but we're on the 4th light. You can hear the water boiling inside of there, kind of like when a tea kettle's heating up. Okay, so that last beep means it's gonna start. Can you hear it? So we're extracting now. So you can feel it's some kind of like water pump pushing in there. I'm a rotating water pump more than likely. And let's just see what happens if I just shoot it into the espresso cup instead of into the chamber that it gives you. Oh, there we go. It was preparing pressure. Now it's going. Ooh, that looks nice, actually. It's hot. I don't know if you can see the steam. There is definitely heat there. Okay, we got one good looking shot of espresso out of this. Zoom you in on it. You know anything about espresso, that's some pretty sexy looking crema. All right, we're tasting it. That'll do the trick. That's delicious. I'll see how many I get out of this and I'll let you know in a minute, but I'm gonna pour myself a few more shots and let's see if the battery holds up. All right, I got 3 full-size shots out of this. So this is like a double shot size and my last one was a double shot size. For some reason, the first one stopped pouring at the single shot size. And I don't know if that was just an extraction for the beginning. Now with these ones, because I was pouring directly into this and not into the plastic container, I did push the button a second time, like after it starts pouring, I pushed the button to stop it. I don't know if that's actually needed or if it would have stopped on its own, but I didn't want to risk it. So I pushed the button and it stopped it on both of my last 2 times when I got to the extraction that I wanted. Now I don't know if that first extraction was just like that's how it extracts the very first time you pour out of it, where it stopped, and it actually stopped so my cup wasn't full. It stopped at like a single shot amount. This is definitely a double shot amount and I chose to stop it where it is. Take that as you will. I'm gonna play with it more and I will do a follow-up review on this after my month-long road trip here in the RV. If you guys wanna follow along with that, do subscribe to the channel. Talk about the different experiences with our whole family in the RV and all that fun stuff. And I'll see how this thing works along the way and I'll touch base on it. Leave comments if you want to hear about it along the trip. And guys, if you enjoyed this video, check out our full video on when we went to go pick up our RV. That was a lot of fun. And we're heading out on the road trip here soon, so please follow along. I'll see you guys next week with one of our first Route 66 videos. Peace out. Later, guys.